Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana. Earlier today, Noah Wekesa's team that was charged with the responsibility of identifying Raila's running mate forwarded 3 names to Raila Odinga. And the 3 names are believed to be that of Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Peter Kenneth. But from some information we are gathering, some close Raila associates have already rejected that list, claiming that the person they wanted to be included in the list is actually not included. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly what is happening behind the scenes. In case you've bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes, the issue of Raila Odinga's running mate is a very complicated issue. You cannot accurately predict who most definitely will be picked Raila Odinga's running mate. And that is so because Azimio team have been giving some mixed signals as to who might be picked as Raila Odinga's running mate. Sometimes back before Kalonzo and Martha Karua joined Azimio, Raila Odinga was actually touring the country with Peter Kenneth. And it was believed at that time that Raila Odinga had actually settled on Peter Kenneth. And then after that, the issue of Peter Munya also started emerging. And it was now believed that Raila Odinga might actually even go for Peter Munya. And it was also believed that Uhuru Kenyatta was actually pushing for Peter Munya to deputize Raila Odinga. And then after that came the issue of Martha Karua, and the wind started tilting towards Martha Karua. Then from Karua then came Sabina Chege, and now Kalonzo Musyoka also insists that it has to be him. So this is a very complicated issue that Azimio team have to do. They have to pick a candidate that actually will not lead to a fallout. Because you know the side of Kenya Kwanza Alliance, William Ruto and his team, they are very, very good in propaganda. And they can use that actually to injure the side of Azimio politically. So Raila Odinga and his team, must be very, very careful to pick a candidate who most definitely will not lead to a fallout. And some few hours ago, actually People Daily also captured a story that insinuates that upon the vetting panel of Noah Wekesa for forwarding the 3 names to Raila Odinga, already some of Raila's close men have so far rejected that list, claiming that the person they wanted to be picked as a running mate, his or her name has not been included in that list. Let's have a look at this story. Sources closer to Raila have disclosed that his allies are pushing for the appointment of another person not on the final top 3 to be named running mate. And then it continues. At the time of going to press, sources confided to People Daily that NAK Kenya leader Martha Karua, former Gatanga MP Peter Kenneth, and Wiper boss Kalonzo Musyoka emerged the top 3 for Raila to pick for. That's the story as captured by People Daily. And you know the names that were forwarded to Raila Odinga, it's believed that it was kept a top-notch secret. So maybe People Daily might also just be speculating, or maybe also just acting from maybe rumors. And the deadline for presidential candidates to forward the names of their running mates, the deadline is on Monday. So I know that by Monday, we shall know the people will be picked as the running mates to both Raila Odinga and also William Ruto. But from where I sit right now, I'm seeing a very high possibility where most definitely Azimio team might be forced to go for a compromise candidate. And all these top and hot candidates that are widely expected to be picked as Raila Amolo Odinga's running mate, I'm seeing these candidates may be being snubbed. That is my thinking, but just as I've stated, it's a complicated issue you cannot actually predict. And if you look at it from another angle, some days ago, Jubilee Party actually forwarded the 2 names to the vetting panel. And the names were that of Sabina Chege and Peter Kenneth. Those are the names that Jubilee forwarded to the vetting panel. And from where I sit again, I strongly believe that Jubilee Party, the president and his team, they are going to have a very big sway onto the person most definitely going to be picked, Raila Amolo Odinga's running mate. And the mere fact that now already 3 names have been forwarded to Raila Amolo Odinga, it's believed that Karua, Kalonzo, and Peter Kenneth. The mere fact that actually Jubilee forwarded the name of Peter Kenneth and that of Sabina Chege, and Sabina Chege's name has not been forwarded, I'm seeing a high possibility where we might actually find Peter Kenneth even being picked, Raila Amolo Odinga's running mate. I'm seeing that kind of a possibility. And now as the People Daily is also trying to insinuate, that Raila's men, some of Raila's men, are also insisting that now Sabina Chege, her name ought to have also been included there. That also just complicates the issue. And if you look at these candidates, there is a concerted effort for Raila Amolo Odinga to pick a running mate from the mountain. I'm seeing that kind of a push for Raila Odinga to pick a running mate from the mountain. But if you look at all these candidates from the mountain, personally, I don't think that is a strong enough candidate that can influence the ground to support Raila Amolo Odinga. I honestly and strongly believe that the mere fact that Uhuru Kenyatta supports Raila Odinga, that's enough. If Uhuru can actually deliver 70% to Raila Amolo Odinga, whether Raila picks a running mate from the mountain, I'm not seeing that figure actually changing. It might just tilt a little bit, but I'm not seeing it changing. Yes, I'm not seeing it changing. I believe that with or without Raila picking a running mate from the mountain, the support that Uhuru Kenyatta can actually give Raila Amolo Odinga, he will still manage to give Raila that support with or without Raila picking a running mate from the mountain. And then if you look at the Mount Kenya running mates, and then you look at Kalonzo Musyoka, all these candidates, they all have pros and cons. Raila picking a running mate from the mountain has got his cons and pros. Same to Raila picking Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo has shown clearly well that if he's picked Raila Odinga's running mate, then most definitely that government of Raila Amolo Odinga will not actually deliver, because it's going to be a quarreling government, something we saw with Uhuru and Ruto. So from where I see it, Kalonzo might not be the ideal candidate for Raila Amolo Odinga, because for Raila to deliver as the president, he needs somebody who will actually work with him harmoniously and loyal, and somebody will be loyal. Kalonzo has shown clearly that if actually he is the running mate, then he will actually be antagonizing and blackmailing Raila Amolo Odinga. But Kalonzo Musyoka also has his merits. If Kalonzo is picked Raila's running mate, then Raila is also guaranteed of the Kamba votes. And then besides that, that ticket of Raila and Kalonzo will give Raila the right narrative to actually attack William Ruto. Because William Ruto has no option but to pick a running mate from the mountain. And that ticket of William Ruto and somebody from the mountain can be seen as a continuation of Kikuyu Kalenjin domination against other communities. And that can be used very effectively to deny William Ruto votes across the country. Kenyans can actually be cited and be incited to reject that kind of a ticket, because it will be enhancing Kikuyu Kalenjin domination against other Kenyans. And if Raila was to pick a running mate from the mountain again, it can actually also give Raila some goodwill from the mountain. but that goodwill will not actually translate into some substantial votes. But again, the cons of that, or rather, that will actually injure Raila's narrative against William Ruto, because now Raila will not be able to effectively actually campaign William Ruto's ticket and somebody from the mountain. Raila won't be able to effectively campaign that, because after all, he will also be having maybe somebody from the mountain as his running mate. Those are just some of the pros and cons I'm seeing in all this game. But from where I sit, we might, whether Raila picks a running mate from the mountain or not, as long as Kalonzo Musyoka can actually be contained, yes. If at all they can contain Kalonzo Musyoka, then in my considered opinion, there will be no big difference here. If they can pick a candidate and there will be no fallout, then it will be good, well and good. Whether it's Kalonzo, Peter Kenneth, Sabina Chege, Martha Karua, as long as there will be no fallout. There will be no problem here. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless you.